I do want to apologize for the cold that I have right now. Hopefully my voice doesn't cut out during this video. That would be great, but you know, 'tis the season for the sickness. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Lindsay's Little Library. I am here today to go through my December wrap-up with you. To be honest, I wasn't anticipating reading a whole lot of books in December. December is just a crazy month to begin with. I had a lot of projects I needed to work on to make things for Christmas presents, as well as getting ready for Christmas and all of the fun activities that go along with the holidays. So I didn't have too high of expectations for myself, and so I'm pretty happy with the I think 6 books that I got through this month. So let's get started. Alright, so the first book that I read was Winter, and really I just finished it in December. I started it in November as part of my novella November. I needed to finish this before I read Stars Above. I did officially finish it, and I loved how this series ended. So I loved everything about this book. I loved the fairy tale references, and this one is a kind of spins around the Snow White fairy tale. So there are perfect references that fit in with what happened in the book, and you knew exactly where it was tying back to Snow White. I loved Winter herself. What a fantastic character. I loved all the action. I love how they brought all of the other characters back together. The suspense was fantastic. Just a really, really great ending to the Lunar Chronicles. Love it. Great job, Marissa Meyer. Awesome. Can't tell you much more, otherwise, I mean, it's the 4th book in a series, and I don't want to ruin anything for anybody. Alright, so then the next book I picked up was My True Love Gave to Me, 12 holiday short stories, edited by Stephanie Perkins, number of different authors up here. I was not thrilled with this book. There's a few of the short stories that I enjoyed, but most, I was just reading it to get it over. There's a couple I completely skipped altogether. Like, if it didn't intrigue me within the first couple of pages, you were done. Really kind of disappointed by this. I wanted a good holiday Christmassy book, and it did not deliver. I think I gave it like 2 stars. It just wasn't good. So I should have listened to the other reviews, but you know, you live and you learn. So got that one done. The next book I picked up, I read on my Kindle. Yes, I have a new one. I got a replacement. Isn't it beautiful? I read Shine by Jodi Picoult. This is a short story that follows the Small Great Things book, so it deals with race. Can't tell you much more about this because it's really a very short story, but it deals with race and what this little girl has to experience and kind of learn on her own. So great book. I literally read this on the plane ride. I went and visited my brother in Arizona, read it in one sitting on the plane. So great little book. Let's see, then I listened to The Fact of the Body by Alexandria Marzano-Lesnevich. This is a memoir based upon her experience as a lawyer, and it talks about what she experienced as a child that kind of led to certain decisions and certain changes of heart, I guess you could say. And then it also follows the true crime that, and how can I forget his name? Ricky. I can't think of Ricky Langley. And what he did in detail. I liked the book. I gave it 4 stars. It got a little drawn on in a couple of parts that I didn't think was really necessary. When she went into like the case against Ricky Langley and everything he did and what he tried to do to help himself, totally fascinated, really disappointed with what happened to her, and not happy with her parents. A lot of feelings along with this book. Wow. Pick it up. It is good. It is good. It gets a little wordy. Gonna give you a warning, but totally makes you think. Totally makes you think. So, good book. Then I picked up The Life She Was Given by Ellen Marie Wiseman. This was the book I got at my book club's blind date with a book exchange. A friend of mine brought this, said she absolutely loved it, and I did too. Wow, fantastic book. This is based around a little girl named Lily, and her experience growing up. This is the early, 1930s. She's not allowed basically outside of her room in the huge mansion that she lives in. And one night, her mom comes and takes her, and she's sold to the circus. Pretty crazy, right? And then you find out, I think it's 20 years later, 20 years later, you follow a girl named Julia, who's also related to this family. They're all Blackwoods. And she inherits Blackwood Manor, and she starts uncovering these secrets and what has happened, and learns a little bit more of what her family was really like. And first of all, how do you sell a child to the circus? But it was the early 1900s, and you'll find out why she was sold to the circus. I love the circus aspect of it. I love following Lily and her growing up in the circus. I love following Julia and her kind of figuring out everything that was kind of hidden from her as a kid. Great book. Seriously flew through this in like a weekend. It was awesome. Love the writing, love the plot, love there's suspense with it, love the mystery with it. The characters, you can't help but fall in love with Lily. You can't help but fall in love with Julia. It's fabulous. Totally 5 stars. Pick this up. And I also ended the year with a 5-star book that I finished in, I want to say, like 24 hours. It was fabulous, and it's Between Shades of Grey by Ruta Sepetys. This is World War II historical fiction. Hello, my jam. I kind of was in a little bit of a slump, and a World War II historical fiction book will always bring me back out of that, so I picked it up. Love, love, love this book because it follows, or it tells me a story of a part of the war that I don't know a whole lot about. So this follows a family who lives in Lithuania, and they are, the country Lithuania, and there's a few other country, the Baltic states, I think they call them, are kind of stuck between two horrible people. So you have Stalin over here and you have Hitler over here, and they're right in the middle, and that's where they're both kind of fighting over that territory and that land. And so her family is taken. This is like 1941. The Soviet secret police arrest her mother, and her brother, and take them away. They don't know where they're going. They don't know what happened to their dad. Oh my God, it's a true fight for life from the start to the end, and I love how quickly you get into it, and how she does go back and forth a little bit, so you learn a little bit about the life that they lived in Lithuania and kind of what got them arrested. I mean, they were treated as criminals. They weren't criminals, but you do have an understanding as to why the Soviets did arrest them, and then you get to follow along on their journey, and oh my gosh, so awesome. This was written so well. I believe it's more of a young adult book, because it went, I mean, it read like a young adult book, so I might be wrong on that, but oh my gosh, I can't say enough good things about this. Like I said, I read it in literally 24 hours. I could not put this thing down. I flew through it. I stayed up late one night just because I had to finish it and I had to figure out what happened. It filled in a little bit more information for me as far as what happened with those countries, and fabulous, fabulous book. Definitely recommend this. 5 stars. Go out and read it. And so now I can't wait to read Ruta Sepetys' other book, Salt of the Sea. Totally need to pick that one up. So that's about it. I read, what, 6 books in December? How did your December go? Did you get any reading done? If you did, what was your favorite book? Comment below about what that is. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe below, and we'll talk with you soon. Bye.